Hey, it's Brandon Stiles, and today I'm giving you 6 top secret YouTube tips to build your following. Now, this is one of those I'm going to put into practice and we'll see how it goes videos, because at this point in time I don't have a ton of followers and I want to build up and I want to provide a lot of value and build the channel and hopefully find clients through that channel by helping them up front. So this weekend I attended the Menfluential Conference in Atlanta, Georgia, hosted by Marino from I Am Alpha M. Aaron is the coolest guy in the world. He makes great YouTube videos, puts out great content. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. But one of the panels at the conference was a YouTube influencer panel, and they got 6 YouTube influencers, and you got to ask them questions and they shared tips and strategies and things they wish they knew or wish they hadn't done, all kinds of things, and they gave really cool information. And at the end of it they shared their top secret #1 tip for building a YouTube channel. So I'm going to share them with you right now. Tip #1, get inspiration and study your competition's thumbnails. So thumbnails are important. One of the YouTube influencers said that thumbnails should be intriguing, should get your viewer to ask a question so that when they click on it, hopefully that question can be answered. So take a look at your competition, take a look at what's in popular video thumbnails, how they're designed, and draw some conclusions from that. And when you're creating your thumbnails, don't just make it a really pretty design or even a cluttered design or just slap whatever up or just make it a random screenshot. Create some intrigue in your thumbnails. Make it spacious, let it breathe, but cause some intrigue. So #1, create an intriguing thumbnail. Top secret tip #2, you got to kind of massage the YouTube algorithm up to about 10,000 subscribers. So one of the influencers this week said that 10,000 subscribers was kind of the magic number, and that before that you've kind of got to work hard, and it's a little bit of hard labor to bring in viewers. So maybe you could post in Reddit or on a Facebook group and link back to YouTube. And that after about 10,000 subscribers, that seems to be the tipping point where YouTube's algorithm will kick in and start bringing you lots of organic reach and things like that, because it's showing that you've got a good product, people are interested in it, so YouTube's going to be like, all right, here's a potential moneymaker, let's bring them in. So try and get those 10,000 subscribers, and after that it gets a lot easier, I think. Top secret tip #3 goes back to the thumbnails again, and it's to ask the question, does my thumbnail make the viewer ask a question that he needs an answer to? So I've seen this a lot. Like, I've seen videos, Aaron does this really well, where he will create a thumbnail of him doing like something crazy, like he's looking at a bottle like really amazed, or like he'll be there like with his shirt off and it says 6-pack abs or something like that. And you click in because it's like, is this guy, like, what's he looking at? Is this guy, you know, gonna take his shirt off and parade around, or what? And it just causes the viewer to ask a question that they need answered. You've probably seen that a lot on YouTube. Like, a lot of people try and clickbait you. Like, maybe they'll put a picture of like a girl in a bikini and it's like this, and it's like, you'll never believe these raunchy pics, and then you watch the video and it's just like a CNN newscast or something. But you're still making the viewer stop, look at the thumbnail and be like, is this really gonna be in this video? So top secret tip #3, create thumbnails that make your viewer ask a question that they need an answer to. Top secret tip #4, spice it up a little bit so that you don't burn out. One of the questions by one of the audience members asked was, what do you do when your channel plateaus? And so one of the top secret tips was to spice it up. So if you just do an interview format a lot, maybe do a screenshot or vice versa. Or maybe you do a bunch of product reviews. Well, you could switch to just kind of one-on-one talking like we are right now. So spice things up. Don't be afraid to have a little fun with your YouTube channel. Don't be afraid to do something weird or crazy. Just make sure it's not offensive, because YouTube actually demotes content that has bad language in it or is not family friendly. And that makes sense because they want people, as many people as possible, to stay on the channel for as long as possible. So if you get on there and you're like, F this, F that, then the baby boomer's like, oh my God, this is Satan coming back. And then they get off YouTube, and that's not good for YouTube. So little side note, make your content family friendly if possible. But that's top secret #4, spice it up a little bit. Top secret tip number 5 comes from Jeremy Fragrance, and it is 100% believe in yourself. This was a big point of conversation throughout the topic, and it makes sense because when you're creating a YouTube channel, you've probably watched all these other YouTube channels and YouTube creators, and you probably have your favorites. I know mine was Frank Kern, and a lot of my earlier videos, I was talking like Frank Kern, and he's kind of got this really big thing, and I was using some of his catchphrases and all that kind of stuff, and I still find myself doing that, and that's fine, but just make sure that you're being original to yourself. So if everyone else in your niche is making inappropriate jokes and things like that, if that's not you, don't do that. Like, you don't have to copy that. You don't have to be like, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it if it ain't broke. You don't have to do that. Just be who you are, and that takes practice. That takes making videos, and your first few videos are going to be tough because you're probably going to feel like a deer in the headlights looking at the camera with all the lights around and be like, this feels totally natural. But I promise, after about 20, 30 videos, you kind of sink into a vibe and you kind of find yourself, and it gets a lot easier. Top secret tip number 6, this one was from Marino himself, and he said, just know that you're going to suck when you first start. And this is very true. I still struggle with this a lot. Like, I'll still be in the middle of making a video, and in my mind I'll be thinking, I mean, I researched this and I think it's good, but is it good? And is this better than Noah Kagan? Or is this better than Frank Kern? Or is this better than all these other people? And you just doubt yourself. And sometimes that has caused me, especially in the early days, to turn off the camera. But now I'm about 40 days into this 100-day video challenge, and guys, now it is 10 times easier to make a video than it used to be. I used to have to stop and pause and get my thoughts together and cry by myself on the bathroom floor, and it was just a mess. But now I can usually get through videos in one take. Or if I can't, then I'll stop, collect my thoughts, look at the camera, and keep going. So that is tip number 6. The last tip, top secret YouTube video tip, is to just know you're gonna suck, and it's okay. Because the first time you step on stage and try to play guitar, you suck. Alright, when you're in praise band growing up, playing the guitar, you suck. Alright, the first time you try and ride a bike, you suck. You suck when you do things for the first time. It's totally natural, but don't let that deter you. Just keep going, break through those first 30 days. Things get so much easier. I'm Brandon Stiles. I'm a digital marketer in Atlanta, Georgia. Hopefully that helped. So take those top secret YouTube video tips and use them. And in the comments below, tell me some YouTube tips that are working to grow your channel as well. We'll see you soon.